Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the National Timely Action Hour podcast. This is the show where we talk about everything from comic books to video games and everything in between. My name is Aidan, and I hope that you're doing well today. This is Season 5, Episode 13, and in this episode I'm going to be discussing my top 10 personal favorite Wonder Woman storylines. Now, this is the season finale, and you might be thinking, this season was a lot shorter than the previous seasons. Well, that is correct, but the reason is quite simple. I am running low on ideas, and so I've decided that after season 6, that's going to be it. Because I don't know how much longer I can come up with ideas for this podcast. And also, I've got other things in my life, like my YouTube channel, the National Timely Action Hour, and I've, just got my life in general, so I'm trying to balance that, and I think I've been doing well, especially in the last, year, but I think that this part of my life has run its course, and I'm very happy that I've spent so much time making this podcast. I've really enjoyed doing it, and I hope that you've enjoyed listening to it. And I appreciate my listeners for taking the time out of their day to hear me discuss something so silly as comic books for, grown-ups to think about, but I've loved comic books for as long as I can remember, and every person needs a hobby, so having this and sharing it with people has been a pleasure for me. But getting into the season finale of the National Timely Action Hour podcast, once again, we are ranking my personal favorite Wonder Woman stories, and with number 10 being one that I really enjoy, but number 1 being my all-time favorite. Now, starting off at number 10, I have Judgment in Infinity, which is a mini arc that was published in Wonder Woman Volume 1, number 291, 292, and 293. This is a very cool story, in my opinion. And I'm not going to spoil any of these for you, but, I just wanted to share which ones I think are really cool and represent the character very well. But Judgment in Infinity is number 10. At number 9, we have Gods of Gotham, which was published in Volume 2, number 164 to 67. 67. And this is a crossover with Batman and Robin, so that's a really cool one, as you can tell from the title. But I just love it when Wonder Woman teams up with Superman and Batman. And, yeah. Then at number 8, I have, I have The Circle, which was published in Wonder Woman Volume 3, issues 14 through 17. This is a really, really underrated story, in my opinion, because I've seen people discuss Gail Simone's run on Wonder Woman, obviously, but, they talk about other storylines more than this one, and I think that this is a very underrated story. At number 7, I have the original graphic novel, The Hikatea. This is a one-shot story that features Wonder Woman and Batman, and I think it's very well-written, and I like the art. And that's true for all of these storylines, and yeah, The Hikatea is great. At 6, I have Eyes of the Gorgon, which was published in Volume 2, issues 206 to 210. And this is during Greg Rucka's first run on Wonder Woman, and it's well worth the hype, because people always talk about how great this story is, and I would agree with them. At number 5, I have War of the Gods, which is a 4-issue limited series, which had tie-ins in various different titles. And this capped off George Perez's legendary run, and I just think that it's a great story. At number 4, I have the original graphic novel Spirit of Truth. This was gorgeously painted by Alex Ross and written by Batman the Animated Series regular Paul Dini, and it is part of a series of graphic novels that they did to celebrate the anniversaries of the biggest heroes in DC for their 60th anniversaries, and I just think that Spirit of Truth really, really captures what makes Wonder Woman so special. At number 3, I have Challenge of the Gods, which is Volume 2, issues number 8 through 14. And this was epic. It's high fantasy. It's everything that people expect from Wonder Woman these days, but this was very revolutionary when it came out, because this was the first time that you saw Wonder Woman, wielding weapons aside from her lasso of truth, and it was really, really cool. Then at number 2, I have Gods and Mortals, which is Volume 2, issues 1 through 7. And this is the post-crisis origin story of Wonder Woman, and it is awesome. It partially inspired the movie, the first movie at least, and it is great, and not much else to say. Then at number 1, I have The 12 Labors, which is Wonder Woman number 212 to 222. And this is epic. This has Wonder Woman interacting with members of the Justice League, going on this grand adventure, and overall, I just love it. But that's all I've got for you today on this episode of the National Timely Action Hour podcast. Once again, my name is Aidan, and I sincerely thank you for taking the time out of your day to listen to this. And if you're new, please subscribe, share this with your friends, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I will see you in 2027 for Season 6. God bless you all. Goodbye.